just finish.
So really quickly, so the first attack on an immigrant train takes place at the mountain. The one encamped at the Mountain Meadows in southwestern Utah takes place on September 7th. And instead of just running off the cattle, which is what happens with all of the other raids, some people are killed. Some of the immigrants are killed in the process, and the immigrants form a wagon corral. They dig in, they circle their wagons, chain the wheels together, and so they're dug in there. And then when two Mormon militiamen are on their way back from Mountain Meadows back to Cedar City, they encounter two immigrant men several miles back who were behind the main company, just rounding up stray cattle to bring them in. And when they come upon these two immigrant men, these two Mormon militiamen from Cedar City make the horrible decision that to contain the situation, they need to kill these two immigrant men. So they fire on them and they kill one of them. We know his name was William Aiden. And the other one, they miss, and he rides back, and they chase him back all the way to the Mountain Meadows. And this other immigrant man gets inside his wagon corral. And then, so now what you have is everyone inside that wagon corral is deemed a witness that white Latter-day Saints are involved in all these raids. So
the necessary story was that it was Native Americans, and the Latter-day Saints are protecting you from the Native Americans. That story
then they find out, oh, white Mormons are involved in this attack.
Is that why they wanted to kill the two men too? Because the two men would see these two Mormons and say, oh, this is the Mormons doing it. So that's why they wanted to kill them.
They feel like, oh, we better contain the situation because otherwise they're going to, but it was just a series of horrible, like a domino effect of horrible decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a robbery gone bad. Like, I only wanted to go into this house and steal their goods, but they woke up. So now I have to kill everybody. That's kind of, basically, like they were covering their tracks. Okay.
Yeah, and so this is coming from the perpetrators' words themselves. This is not us making it up or guessing that this is what they thought. This is what they say. This is why they made this decision. And so that's why they determined to kill everyone inside except those who are too young to tell tales. And so 17 children aged 6 and under, most of them babies and toddlers, were spared the slaughter.
Although many babies and toddlers were also killed.
To wipe out the witnesses of what was happening. Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't set out with the goal of killing this wagon train, which is but it was, they were a people steeped in bloody rhetoric and sometimes steeped in blood. There had already been this really murderous spirit around with their teaching and some of the things that they did.
It might be going too far to say that all of these people were steeped in blood and they're really murderous, but there were definitely like the doctrine of blood atonement that was being taught by Brigham Young at the time.
Make this possible. I guess that's what it is. It was like within the realm of possibility because this had been the rhetoric. The Reformation was awful, the rhetoric from it.
Yeah, and it created so you have the Reformation, which is, just to explain that really quick for your listeners, is in 1856 and 1857, church leaders started just preaching really, really strict rhetoric and, trying to increase people's activity in the church and commitment to the gospel. They're saying you need to take plural wives, so they're preaching polygamy. And then blood atonement is part of that. If anyone commits very serious crimes, they can offer themselves up to be atoned so that they can still go to the celestial kingdom, even if they committed heinous sins like murder or repeated adultery is what they deemed heinous sins. So you have and then you have the war, the fear of war. So war hysteria. So you just have a perfect storm of all of these things that came together at the same time. And then these immigrants who were massacred in Mountain Meadows were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.